when you were talking about that, I was giggling because I have this story. I don't know if you remember it, and I always tell it to kids when your name comes up. So we were doing a baseball factory event. I think it was you, me, and Maddie.
Yeah.
And we were coaching one of the factory teams in Arizona, and it was in July.
Yeah.
And it was just
hot out.
Insanely hot. And we were at that Hilton up on top of the hill. It had that really nice gym. And I remember, the three of us would come back for like the 3 or 4 days and go to the gym. And we were a lot younger. I was a lot more energetic. But I remember after one of the games, we had like a double header, and it was already 11 o'clock. It was already like 110 or something. And we're sitting in the dugout, and the game ends, and I can't remember if we won or lost. And you go, Coach, go ahead and talk to him. So I'm standing out in front of the dugout, and I got my back to the dugout, and I'm looking at the kids, talking to them, and I see some of them giggling. I turn around. You're up on at the top of the bench, and you got your feet on the bench, and you got your pants down around your knees, and you got your sliders on. You're sitting there just rubbing your head, and I turn around and go, Coach, you okay? He goes, Coach, it's hot. And I couldn't keep a straight face after that because you just looked totally wiped out. I mean, it was like 109.
It was at least, I think it was 114. I think it was, and that's funny you mentioned that because I tell my wife all the time, like, because it's hot out here.
Yeah.
And we were out, it was 95, I'm doing workouts, and because we're spreading out the workouts right now, I'm there from 8:30 to 4:30, hour sessions, every hour on the hour, BP for 8 straight hours, one guy, right? and it's hot.
Yeah.
And we have an astroturfed area that we're hitting on that's not covered. And I'll go home and I'm like, I know you love it out here, but I can't do the heat. That's funny you say that. She'll die. They remind me of that. So it's funny that brings up. What's cool about those events? There was a I can't remember his name, but we nicknamed him Old C. He was a big 6'3" kid from Chicago, Maddie and I. And it's funny doing those events, and that was a long time ago.
Yeah, well,
it was like 15, 16 years ago.
I think Maddie had just started with you.
That's right.
Maybe his first or second year.
It really was, yeah. And just being able to do those events, and you put your mind back there. I remember being pants around the ankles. Hopefully it was appropriate.
It was.
And but just being able to hang out with you guys and be around great baseball guys, and then even the kids, like the kids were good kids to be around and stuff like that. That's funny. That was a good memory.
Well, what was funny of that was, like I said, I'm trying to find a way to pump these guys up because we got a second game coming. I turn around and I'm like, all right, well, they're looking at you just absolutely beat from that heat. I got nothing for a guy. Get some Gatorade and we'll see what we can do the second game.